Welcome to the Too Busy to Eat Show. I'm Greg Zaffalato, the host of this show. Now, the Too Busy to Eat Show, we are here to provide you with inspirational stories, success tips, productivity tips, time management tips, things to help the busy on-the-go person, whether you're a busy professional, whether you're a busy mom trying to manage a million different things at once. We want to provide you with tools, tips, inspiration on just being able to do more, accomplish more, and to enjoy it more on your way. So that's what this show is about. And today is a fascinating episode with Dara Fairman. Dara is from Simple Better Solutions. She has got a fascinating story, different phases of her life, and I'm excited. She went through several phases because what's come out of it is My Time, My Way, the program for adults and for kids. Fascinating on time management, on finding out who you are. It's fantastic. And then she also has My Future, My Success is more of like a retreat oriented, camp oriented place where students can get a little bit more skills that they're not learning in school. So fascinating interview, great lady. I can't wait to share Dara Fairman with you. So here we go. Well, welcome, Dara. I'm so excited to have you on the Too Busy to Eat show. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me. I greatly appreciate it.
This is going to be fun. I love what you do. I love the topic. I think what you're doing with multiple different people groups is exciting because of, you're working with adults and kids and you got all kinds of things going. And a major topic of time management, which is it can benefit and plague us all, depending on how we do. I'm really excited. I'm really excited to talk to you, both personally and then for everybody listening. Why don't you give us a little bit? There had to be a journey to get you to where you are today, helping so many different people with time management. Let's tell us a little bit about your journey.
I would love to tell you about my journey, and it has been quite a journey. I like to tell my story in three different phases. So I have my post-MBA,
okay.
Then I have my career break, and then the relaunch. So post-MBA, I went to undergrad. I went to Hampton University in Hampton, Virginia, where I obtained my BS in marketing. I graduated number 9 in my class, number 1 in my department. And as a matter of fact, my cousin, who was a little cute 10-year-old kid at the time in a cute little suit, still talks about and still teases me about how many times my name was called at graduation. Hard work led me directly into the University of Michigan's Ross School of Business. At the age of 22, I was only 4% of my class came straight through from undergrad.
Wow.
So I'm very proud to have had that accomplishment. So 2 years MBA, and I began my career in corporate marketing. My internship was at American Express. Then my first job was with GlaxoSmithKline, and this was my first job period ever in my life. then after that, I went to Pepsi and GlaxoSmithKline. Oh no, I'm sorry, I said GlaxoSmithKline. So I went to Pepsi, and then I went to Sara Lee. So I did a number of different things. I did traditional brand management. I did regional marketing, food service marketing, as well as developed a food service category management capability for a company. So I'm living and working in Chicago, having a good time, right? I have my plan. I'm going to buy my house by myself by 32. I'm going to adopt kids. I have this whole plan, right? So what happens when you have the perfect plan? Something comes up. Something that came up for me was Reuben Fairman. Reuben Fairman came to a party in Chicago that I was at, and we just hit it off. And you see my name is Dara Fairman, so you can guess.
Exactly. What happened after that? Yeah, that's pretty clear.
So we met in 2001. We were engaged in 2002, married in 2003, first kid before our anniversary in 2004, which led me into the second phase, which was the career break. I took quite a few years off until my daughter, we have 2 kids, entered into kindergarten. So the first day when she goes to kindergarten, he goes to third grade, I say, hey, guess what? Mommy's going to go back to work. I'm going to do something. And they say, okay, that's fine. I'm full support of this. And their kindergarten and third grade voices. As long as you pick us up from school at 2:50,
yeah,
and don't forget our snack. So I said,
important stuff in life. Yeah,
we got to do the right thing. So I know I needed some flexibility as well as being able to promote what my dream was. So I learned from Ruben. Ruben has a quote that I had never heard of before I met him, and it's by Confucius. I have it written here. And it says, choose a job you love, and you will never have to work a day in your life.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted. I wanted that feeling because he had it. He got it right first time out the block, first job. He still is with the exact same company. And I wanted that feeling where he never feels like he has to work. Right. And he literally works every day, but he never feels like it's work. So I needed that feeling. And so that eventually led me into the third phase, which was the relaunch, Simple Better Solutions. No. And under that umbrella brand, there's two sub brands, which is My Time, My Way, as well as My Future, My Success. And that's my story. That's how I got to where I am.
That is a great story. You never know what's somebody will mess up your plan, and
just mess it up, right?
But mess it up in a really good way because this is exciting.
I know, that's the way possible.
Yeah. So this change, this move, Chicago to Cincinnati, I mean, it really led you to this new career, which is really exciting. I mean, give us a little bit about both those programs, Simple Better Solutions, but My Time, My Way, and give us a little bit more about those.
Okay. So I'm going to start off with my why. Why do I get up every morning? Okay. Why am I excited about everything that I do? Basically, what I do with all the programs, everything that's under Simple Better Solutions, both My Time, My Way, as well as My Future, My Success, is I bring fun and simplicity to goals and time management. With My Time, My Way specifically, what I do with that is I will help you to understand the 10 most important things that you need to know to achieve the goals that you want to reach. Okay. I help you to turn time into the sharpest tool in your toolbox for a life filled with intrinsic satisfaction, inner serenity, less stress, and diminished guilt. So how do I do that? I have 5 key programs under My Time, My Way. The first is My Time, My Way for adults, where adults are infused with the 10 most important things that they need to know to reach the goals that they want to reach. Right. There's My Time, My Way workshops, which are workshops based on My Time, My Way principles. My Time, My Way on air. That's what we're doing right now. Yes, so, right? So you get a nice dynamic interview with the founder of Simple Better Solutions and My Time, My Way, Dara Fairman. I happen to know her. The next is My Time, My Way is My Time, My Way for students. So students are infused with the 10 most important things that they need to know to reach the goals that they want to achieve. And the last but not least, under My Time, My Way is My Time, My Way for parents. And that's where parents are infused with the 10 most important things that they can take to their kids to make sure that their kids are reaching the goals that they want to achieve. That's My Time, My Way in a nutshell. Now, you want to hear about My Future, My Success as well?
Let's do it. Yes. That's. I like I like how you're explaining. This is great. Really clear. Very clear.
Thank you. So, My Future, My Success is a leadership and life skills camp for teens and preteens. So it's a 4-day camp, and it's in the Cincinnati area because that's where I'm located. Yep. And what I do is I bring in our Cincinnati area leaders to cover a variety of different topics that are not necessarily covered in the classroom, but are necessary to be successful in this life. We start every morning with a workout, right? Because a part of life skills is you have to be able to take care of your health. You have to be able to take care of your body. So after we do fun games to kind of get to know each other, we do a workout, a 1-hour workout with a local Cincinnati area leader here. Then later on in the day, we do the My Time, My Way program. And by the end of the camp, they do have those 10 most important things they need to know to reach the goals that they want to reach. Right. And a bunch of other different things. We cover, how do you interview? Right. How do you cook a healthy meal for yourself? Yeah. How do you make a stellar first impression? These are all new skills. I've never heard of this stuff, and it is so critically important.
That's so important for success. And I think we when we talked prior that these are not they're not being taught in other places. They don't learn these things in school, and they're so vital to their success in life. And so that's a great, great program.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so now I want to get more into what really got you where to be able to do this, because so you have a family, you launch this new career, you have all these different things. Now you just went through all the things you're doing.
Right.
How do you personally, how do you manage it all? How did you manage it all too? Especially, so I know, kindergarten and third grade and launching, going back into the workforce. I mean, I know you're doing your own business, which is a never ending journey.
Right. Yeah.
How did you manage all of that?
I managed it by, I'm going to be honest, my whole family is involved in everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
The media kit that I know that you sent, the audience won't know, but I sent you a media kit, right?
Yes, great. Yeah.
Everyone in the family has seen it. And my last approval is by my 10-year-old daughter. She has such an eye for detail and like what's going to pop, is that anything that we do, that we everyone is incorporated.
Oh, yeah.
She's my photographer. I'm doing a workshop on Wednesday, and I've literally hired her, and I'm paying her as my photographer.
That's great.
The logos, every logo that I've created has been approved by every member in my family. Right. So no one feels as though I'm taking away from them, because I'm asking them. My future, my success. My daughter, who was last year, she was 9 years old, she begged me to go to the camp, and I told her no. Yeah. I told her, absolutely not, you're too young. Right. She begged me again this year. Okay, you can come and you can bring a couple of your friends.
Right, yeah.
Everyone is always involved in everything that I do.
So that's a big strategy, is make it a family thing. So you bring everybody in and make them part of it. Because they're learning along with, they're learning life skills along with it. They're learning, I mean, your daughter now working for you, she understands what a job is like. That's I like that strategy. It's very similar. I've done a little bit of that. My kids are a little labor force for me too. It's fun. You do it together. It's great.
Right.
So you've been able to manage that. You've been able to, what drove you to tackle time management is such a big challenge for so many people. What drove you in that direction to say, hey, I think, you had a lot of experience in the corporate world. What drove you towards time management?
Well, to be honest, it just comes naturally to me, and I've always done it.
Yeah.
It's just been who I've always been. So it felt so natural to me that it didn't feel as though it was work. And of course it's work. I mean, especially as an entrepreneur, you put in quite a few hours, but every time I do it, it feels like fun. Yeah. And these are things that I was already doing anyway. This is what people come to me for on a regular basis. Right. So if I'm passionate about it, people would like to see it from me anyway, then why not do it?
Right. Yeah. That's a great, that's a great, right. And using the quote you read earlier, if you're loving it and you're passionate, it's not like work, you're just doing what you do.
You're just doing what you do. Yeah.
And you had to have to have the success you had early on. You had to have those skills had to be part of what you did, to be able to be in that small group of 4% of people that are starting right out of undergrad into graduate school, into a tough graduate school. I mean, it's pretty impressive. So you had to have those skills. So that's a natural fit. I like that. That's great. What are some of the things for you? Because family's busy. Your husband has a very he's working hard. What are some essential components for you to have, find balance in life for you personally and then your family? What are some of the things that you feel like are really important to hold on to?
I think the most important thing is to have an idea or know precisely who you are. What I do when I work with people through my time my way is the first thing that you do is you create what I call a life design declaration. So a life design declaration is basically where you outline what's important to you in your personal life and what's important to you in your professional life. So it's essentially, what do you stand for? What are you going to be remembered for? And so it's a series of 10 to 11 statements, phrases, or in some cases, one word that illustrate who you are and what's important to you. So that lets me know that if I get some crazy text from a really good friend who I know just needs some time,
Yeah.
I'll drop everything because
Right.
it's a part of who I am. It's a part of who I declared who I am. And then
Right.
I'll just go do what it is, whatever it is that they need, go to a movie, hang out just for a little while. And then I know I'm going to stay up a little bit later, but I feel great about
Take
that.
care of it. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so it's just about knowing who you are. And that's why that's the very first step that when you work with me is that you create your life design declaration. So you incorporate what's important to you in all aspects of your life. Because a lot of the mistakes that we make, and I made them earlier on too. I know we don't have that much time, but I can definitely tell you stories of where I made mistakes earlier where you're just focusing on specific areas. You're just focusing on your professional. You're just focusing on your personal. And then there's no fulfillment. There's no matter how much money you're making, no matter how many vacations you're going on, no matter what, there's no real fulfillment because you haven't thought about who you are in totality. So that's what I would say.
That is, it's crazy. Just yesterday, I was reading research that the clarity on who you are, just exactly what you said. I was reading this and it was saying the clarity in success and in life fulfillment, like feeling like you're successful and having true success in life. It's one of the key components to it. It's great that you just said it. And I haven't heard that before until yesterday. Now I heard it twice until I need to get some clarity. I need to figure out who I am. No. It's so important. It's great. Yeah.
Right.
I love that.
Yeah. Because the funny thing is, I know you probably have another question, is that when I think about like every day, the things that I'm most grateful for, none of it has to do with anything materialistic that I have. It always has to do with those 10 things, those 10 or 11 statements of who I am as a person. All the other stuff is nice. It makes things easier, but that's not what creates that happiness and that whole sense of inner peace.
Yes, because at the end of the day, if everything goes away, you're left with one thing, and it's yourself.
Right, yourself. Right.
What about some balanced thing for your family? Because you get push and pulls. Now your kids are getting into the age where there's a lot of demands on their time. Do you have some certain things that you guys do as a family to make sure that are kept in the forefront?
Yes. Well, my family, they're my time, my way graduates.
Yeah.
So they've gone through the program for the student portion. So each of my kids they have a vision board, and which is the last part of the program. They have their goals. They have all that stuff outlined. So everyone knows where we are and what we are doing. So there's a lot of support. My son is a violinist. He's actually a professional violinist, micro violinist. He has his own YouTube station, and he's been to some pretty impressive places. And you'll see when you check out his YouTube page, he has some amazing mentors. My daughter is an athlete. Like a complete natural athlete, no work, and she's an amazing business person. She has like this acumen that just comes naturally. She has a profit plan. So we all have different things that we're working on, but it all relates together because it's all about what we call the whole Fairman family focus. So we're all focused on specific different goals, but we support each other.
Right.
So that's how it all works.
That is great. So you're doing this. This is you mentioned it before. This is a family thing, but it's not only a family thing and taking part of the business. It's actually doing what you're teaching everybody. It's carried all the way through. Yeah.
Right.
That's exciting. That's exciting.
Right, thank you.
Yeah. I think of that because I think of my 13-year-old daughter, and she's she does very well in school, very well in sports, but we work on her all the time because she's up really late at night because she has this project, and it's really a time management issue, for her. Yeah. But she does really well, but she could do a lot better with a lot less stress if she handled her time better. So that's great that your kids are doing that right now.
Thank you.
So what about what role plays, because we've talked, we haven't talked yet live about it, but we talked about you're in, a few days a week, you're in CrossFit. You're up early, you're doing it. What role in like productivity do you feel like fitness and nutrition play?
Fitness and nutrition, actually, one of my goals is healthy. So one of my life design declarations is to be healthy. And so I'm just going to tell you, my 1-year goal for being healthy is to optimize my decisions. What I put into my body, I'm reading it directly from what I do. how I exert energy to move my body, and how I manage toxins that affect my body. And I'll always stress like making sure that you have helpers. And so me, family, CrossFit, friends. So if you want to get a feel for how important this is to me, it's in my goal and it's in my priorities. So my priorities include optimal laughter, optimal health, and optimal exercise.
Yeah.
And people say, well, why? What does health have to? I mean, what is health? How does that relate to laughter? And there are a variety of. I know we don't have that much time, but there are a variety of physical, mental, and social assistance that laughter provides to your health. So it is so important to me that it is not only in my life design declaration, but it's a part of what I do every day.
Right,
so after today, I have salad for lunch every day with salmon, because salmon is supposed to help your brain, and I put blueberries in there because berries are supposed to also help your brain. So everything that we do, and we don't eat perfectly. I mean, I had pumpkin cake on Thanksgiving. I'm just sick of it. I don't think I can eat it again till next year. So we're not perfect. But on a day-to-day basis, we think about what we're going to put into our body.
Yeah.
My husband wanted Popeyes on Saturday, and everybody looked at him like he was crazy. I'm like, no, cabbage and rice and chicken. You're not eating that. And I mean, the whole family just looked at him like he was crazy. Are you serious?
That's awesome. That's great. That's great. That's great, because that's such a normal thing for so many people, that just quick food, to know that it's that important for you and your family to eat well. That's something out of the ordinary. And if you do it, who cares if you did it once in a while? But that's not the normal.
It's not the normal. Yeah. Right. And we have specific, I mean, remember, my daughter's an athlete.
You're right.
So she not only she's training with 2 sports, but she does training in her. She does not want to work with a personal trainer yet, because she's only 10 years old and she's a little kid. Yeah. But she works out in her room. She does CrossFit fitness in her room. And my son works out because he's a professional musician and he wants to have a certain look. So you have to be careful about how you take care of yourself, because if you want to continue to look a certain way, and you'll see when you check out his YouTube channel.
What is your son's name? We'll have to check. I really want to check that out.
Maxwell the violinist.
Maxwell the violinist. All right, we'll get him a little.
He has a media kit too. He has all that type of stuff. So we once again, we work together as a family. So any goal that we have, we always work together, which is how it all kind of works out.
That is great. I love it. I love that, because while you're accomplishing multiple things, you're preparing your kids for life, you're drawing them in, you're doing it as a family, you're making the most out of what you do, and you're bringing them along as you go, and that's and it passes it down generationally, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Thank you.
What's one piece of advice that you would give? Let's say it's somebody that's really trying to succeed, trying to do things, move forward in life, but the time management thing is tough for them. They're kind of scattered. What's one step they can take to kind of get headed in the right direction?
The most important step that you can take is probably the most difficult, yet the most simplistic, and that is to create that life design declaration. Okay. When you know who you are, everything else can fall into place. So when you sit down and think about what it is that you want from your personal life, from your professional life, and write it all out. Because when you think on paper, it's like you make a contract with yourself, because it goes from your head all the way through your pencil or your pen or whatever writing utensil you use, and it makes it more real. Right. So sit down, write that out. Think about it, make a changes as you need to make changes. But when you have clarity on your vision as a human, then all the other things can begin to fall into place. So that's what I would say to do.
That's fantastic.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Yes. And so I'm excited. All the things you're doing, you got me all fired up. I want to get my kids involved. What if somebody wants to reach out to you, find out more about your programs? Where's the best place they can find you?
The best place that they can find me is to my website is simplebettersolutions.com.
Okay. Yeah.
Another way is you can reach out to me on email, which is simplebettersolutions@gmail.com. Or they can just give me a call or a text. Or if they
No.
want a personal, they can just get it. My contact information is right on my website. My phone number is right on the website.
Wow.
And it will lead you directly to the phone number that you called on Friday.
Okay. That's great. That's great. I love that.
With you,
Yeah.
with me.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful being open and willing to help people that much. But those are great. And those are all we won't put your phone number in the show notes, but they can reach out to you through email and on your website. I really appreciate the time you spent with us and what you're doing. I love that you're helping just a wide range of people, from adults to children and or teens, and just all you're doing. And I think such an important topic, and you're tackling it so well. I thank you for what you're doing, and thank you for your time on the show.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me. I truly enjoyed myself, and it's been a pleasure to be on the show today.